Hi everybody, Shannon Shine here, and I am super excited to be joining you for this episode, or this year's Shine Online. This isn't even an episode, this is a full-on Cyber Transformational Festival. So that means that we are here to co-create this space together and to learn and to enjoy beautiful music and gifts and offerings that people have come together across the Bring Me to Life network to share with all of you today. So hopefully you've already been enjoying some amazing workshops and you're going to stay tuned for some musical performances later. If you're watching this at a later date, again, this is being recorded for Shine Online 2019. I'm super honored to be hosting for the third year in a row. And you can check out the reruns at any point in time through the Bring Me to Life network. So super exciting, amazing event, totally free. Share with a friend, tag a friend. If you're watching live, these are pre-recorded, so I will be in the chat room to answer any questions you have, either on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching. Even if you're not watching live, I will be checking the comments to be of service to you and answer questions. So today my workshop is talking about the chakras and why it is important to balance them. So I've had lots of questions about chakras and balancing and auras and all of that fun energy stuff since I became a transformational coach. I'm really into Reiki, and they talk about chakra a lot during Reiki practices and in yoga, and it's becoming a very widely used term for energy practices and different centers in our body. So I've taken it upon myself these last few years to really study and dive in, and I've actually went through at least, these are just half my stack of books, and I've done countless different classes and just research on the history and all of the fun things to discover more about the chakras, because I've found that studying the chakras is such an important part of the awakening process and to become more aware of how your body works and reacts to the things that you put it through every day. So that being said, I've put together this course. Today is actually a free taste of an 8-week course that I'm about to launch. I've been waiting for Shine Online to really make this announcement. I've put together an 8-week class, or it can be an 8-day class if you want to really supercharge it. But my first live gathering, I'm creating a container to learn more about the chakras on a deeper level, and I will be hosting the first offering of that in April of 2019. So again, if you're watching this later, I'm going to be continuously offering this course and holding this space where we will be meeting in a variety of different ways to discuss the chakra system and why to balance them. And I'll also be doing one-on-one classes. But that being said, we'll talk about all that later. I wanted to talk to you about why the chakra system is important. So I actually did put together this little slideshow here. Let's dive in. So the chakra system is a energy that runs through your body. So you may have heard of chi and prana, and there's different ways that different historical groups or religious entities describe the chakras. But in reality, I like to describe them as light portals that control our body. They are visualized as spinning energetic vortexes that are created by the presence of consciousness within and around our physical body. They then exist within what we call the subtle body or the aura, which is typically hidden or harder to see energy fields that carry your urges, your emotions, your habits, and the imprints of all that has already happened to you. So you might be asking, what does that mean? Really what happens is a person collects energy from several different levels of vibrations, including color and smell and just basically your 5 senses. And we take this energy in throughout our body. So we have main energy centers, which are connected to major organs or glands that govern other body parts. Each of these main energy centers are referred to as a chakra. The word chakra is a Sanskrit word that means wheel, so that's why I call it a wheel of light. It's a spinning vortex that really whirls in like a circular motion. So kind of imagine yourself as this machine. So a lot of times the body is described as a machine. And really, there's all these working parts, and there's these gears, and there's energy, and we're affected by the things around us. Like if you put a machine in a really bad situation or a bad workspace, the machine isn't going to work properly. Neither is most tools. So neither is your body. So imagine your chakras as these gears, and they're spinning, and they're in different parts of your body. They start at your root, which is the lower part of your body, and they move up. So with that being said, it's connected to these different organs as well. Your organs are the different gears. So our physical body is comprised of the 7 major wheels. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And in my 8-week course, each week will be dedicated to a chakra. And then the 8th week is kind of a discussion on auras and basically balancing the full chakra body. Another good visual of this is to really think also of how you can see others' emotions affected by the situations they're going through. Sometimes you say a person is glowing, and that's their aura, or their different chakras are kind of lighting up their energy body on a different level. Again, remember, every organ and gland of the body system is connected to a chakra, and each chakra is connected to a color, a vibrational frequency. For example, the heart chakra governs the thymus gland, and it is also in charge of the functioning of the heart organ, the lungs, the lymph nodes, and secondary circulatory systems, as well as the immune system in your arms and hands. So your heart governs a lot in the chakra system. And typically it's resonated on the color green. It can sometimes be represented in pink or clear, but I often personally save those colors for the upper chakras. So we're going to later in this workshop discuss each of the chakras. This is just kind of a little overview of where the chakra systems are located in your body. You can see there that the root is started in the lower part of your body and is often considered the legs as well. In most practices, we visualize the chakra system starting with our spine and going up our spinal system. Now you can see that in the photo on the slideshow. And then we move up to our sacral chakra, located in our, usually represented in our more private areas, our sexual organs, and then moves up to the solar plexus, which is in your gut, and your heart, which is in generally your heart area. Your throat is self-explanatory. Then your third eye is located right between your 2 physical eyes and slightly above on the forehead. So sometimes people say, oh man, my third eye hurts, or oh, I'm feeling something coming through my third eye, or they might get like a migraine or a headache because something is kind of channeling through. And the third eye governs your intuition and your understanding, or your personal connection to the universe, which is also connected to the crown, which is your spiritual connection again. So we'll dive into those in just a little bit here. Before that, I do want to talk a little bit about auras and what auras are. So auras are often connected with the chakra system. It's all part of that chi and that prana and that personal life force. So one way you can visualize auras is some people make you nervous where other people's relax you. Their energy or their aura carries energy from their chakra system, and this gives you a personal reaction to a person. So the chakras control various part of your 7-layer aura system as well. There's 7 chakras as well as your several layer aura. Your aura kind of radiates outside and around your body. It creates your personal bubble. That's where I personally believe the get out of my bubble statement or phrase came from, is because once you get in somebody's aura field, you can really affect their mood or their energy base, because your energy is then seeping into their energy bubble. Some people are able to see auras, and this allows them to be able to see your emotions and energy levels in a different way. And sometimes the aura coloring even represents the chakras that are kind of giving that energy due to either increased happiness or anger, or maybe your aura reflects tones of chakras that need more focus. A lot of Reiki healers use this practice. I've personally been able to see auras on and off since I was a young child. I'll give you a quick little intro to why I became interested in chakras myself. Was when I was very young, or maybe more so why I was interested in auras. When I was very young, I was actually playing soccer. So you can see an increase in people's auras when their energy is really just pumped up. And most of the time it's sporting events. People are pumped up, whether it's kids or professional. I was very young, so my family was just excited to see me on the field. Well, I'll be honest, I didn't get the ball very much when I was playing soccer, but at this particular game, somebody kicked me the ball and I had such a rush of excitement that I missed the ball and it hit me. However, when it did, something just sparked and I looked around and every person had this bright color around them. Not everybody's color was the same, but there was just this energy that was just swirling around people. And the best way I can describe it personally is, on a really hot day, anything that has energy, you can see that kind of like waviness around them. If you tone in, or sometimes some people say if they relax their eyes and they don't try to see the details, they just relax their eyes, they can see the energy radiating around a person. It was like that, but it's amplified. So once you really access the aura field, you can kind of work with it. It took me personally many years to be able to see different energy fields, and I can't always do it on cue, but there are certain energies that are just so dominant that I can see the aura and it just clicks on. And again, this practice can be strengthened by looking at a person or a living object kind of with a white wall behind it and really focusing on the energy that surrounds them, and you can then see a little bit of their aura and their chakra system. It does take a little bit of practice, and some eyes may be more sensitive than others. So don't be upset if you try it and you don't succeed at first at seeing an aura. It takes a little bit of time. For me, it took that adrenaline rush and actually missing the ball and kind of getting hit with it. And I was just like, whoa. And it's kind of been there ever since. I stared up at the sky for a second and was just like taking it all in. And I've been very blessed in that way. If you have questions about auras too, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories about auras and chakras and how you've been able to see other people's energy. I think that's a really exciting topic and cool way to connect with people. So hop in the chat room or the comments wherever you're watching this. So let's get back to auras. Again, the ability to be able to see them is something you can strengthen. And here's a little example of aura photography. So you can actually get your picture taken by a special camera that will take a photograph of your aura at that time. I've actually had this done. My partner Seelman's had this done, and a few other people I know, I've seen their aura pictures as well, because there are holistic fairs where people go around and they have these cameras, and it's really cool because I looked at a person and their aura, and then I saw the photograph, and it was pretty similar to what I was seeing intuitively. So I really enjoy the experience of seeing that. So now we're going to move on to start to discuss a little bit more about each of the chakras. So you can actually work with the chakras in many different ways. You can balance them using color therapy and essential oil therapy and crystals, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So here's an overview of what each chakra really connects to. The root chakra, again, it represents foundation and feeling really connected. And the sacral chakra is sexuality and pleasure. And the solar plexus is personal power and the ability to channel. The heart chakra is love and relationships and self-acceptance. The throat chakra talks about self-expression and being able to communicate. The third eye is your intuition and your sense of purpose and direction in life. And your crown chakra is your connection to the divine. So if you're like, wow, she just went through those really quickly, don't worry. We're going to break them all down here in just a moment. So again, if you have any questions about what I'm talking about, you can hop into the comments, and I'm there to help you. I'd love to hear what other people have to say as well. Before we dive into each one, I want to talk about sunlight for a second, and talk about how sunlight is our main source and provider of light and energy. So, talking about how each of these are energy cycles. Not only does sunlight sustain all life on Earth, but it also sustains the Earth itself and the energy of Earth. And it provides plants with the energy for photosynthesis, which in then turn sustains the life of all animals and humans. Sunlight really consists of energy in its form of the electromagnetic waves, and part of the electromagnetic energy includes cosmic rays and gamma rays and X-rays and visible light rays, infrared light rays, microwaves, all the waves. I think you get the point there. But we utilize these energies in our daily lives to fill our energy portals or our personal energy gears or chakras. So that's where the color and the light also come into play with the chakras. I want to talk about this while you're able to see how the chakras are represented and all the different colors. That's actually more of a new age practice, but that's because they've been saying that each color of visible light rays has a different wavelength and vibrational frequency. So they say that color really does affect us differently. With red being the longest wavelength and the slowest vibrational frequency, we connect it with the root chakra, as it has this warm and stimulating effect when you feel or you're surrounded by the color of red. It's also very grounding, and it can help with activating that sense of survival. You can even think of that with the concept of the bull in the red flag that the bull riders wave when they're trying to get their attention. When an animal or a living creature sees the color red, it might not recognize red as we do as humans, but it recognizes it as a certain frequency that is grounding or survival mode. For some of us as creatures, grounding helps us survive in a different way. For such as the bull, when he sees the red wavelength, he wants to attack it. He wants to find his own independence and really kind of go at that energy. So it shows how different creatures' chakra systems and reactions to colors and wavelengths and energy can be very different. Since light and its colors also physically affect the glands and hormones, they will also have a marked influence on our moods and feelings. So the way we take in sunlight or light in general is really important. So that's why they say it's really important to try to get outside and to take in sun, because science has proven that certain colors and sunshine can calm the mind, while others will stimulate mental activity and different reactions to the senses. And we need this light energy for nourishing our brain and our emotions and our physical body, as well as our light bodies, and especially our chakras. So light can also enter through our skin and our breath and our food, and we can receive additional color energy through a balance of various color foods and herbs and vitamins. And the chakras that also, again, can be affected through aromatherapy and sound and minerals, even clothing and different things like that. We use sound therapy a lot in my personal practice with my partner, and there is a sound meditation later this evening that will help balance the chakras. We actually released a chakra meditation series CD that you can buy. You can actually get the chakra CD digital copy or physical copy on either of our websites at shantasticshine.com or at sealmon.com, and that's where we use sound to actually balance our chakra systems. So you might be saying, why is it important to really balance our chakra systems? So for me, I think it's important for us to balance our chakra systems because by being able to be aware of what is imbalanced also gives you a better way to go about your day. So if you are feeling really ungrounded, maybe you can't focus, you have to study, or you have this project or this meeting and you just really need to get focused and you can't ground. Being aware of your chakra system, that means that you need to balance your root chakra. And to do that, you can do so through meditation. You can do so by, like, again, wearing more red. I used to think this was really silly, but when I was younger, I had an aunt that was really into holistic practices, and I didn't know that she was doing color therapy or chakra therapy with me back then. But she would give me a calendar and she would go through different versions or different energy that I was going through. And she would tell me what would be best to wear color-wise that day. So if I had a day that I had a test and I really needed to focus, she'd be like, wear some red and it'll really help you focus and stay grounded. And then if I had a speech that day, or if I had to give a class presentation, it was always a good idea to then wear blue or brighter colors, because then that activated that higher throat chakra energy, and that color therapy can really help. So by being aware of those things, I can balance out my chakras and help activate them in a different way to go about my daily activities. If I give a speech, I typically have a throat chakra crystal. Selenite's like this crystal that I use for throat chakras because it amplifies. So it's one I wear a lot around my neck to give speeches or classes. And just being aware of what areas of my energy body need attention to survive and be balanced really just makes my day-to-day life experience a much better place to be in reality. So I guess what it comes down to is why to balance them is you want your body to be a fully functioning, happy machine. If you don't like seeing your body as a machine, then see it as a living organism. You would want to give a plant everything it needs to survive and to be happy. Well, it needs sunlight, and that's part of its like crown chakra. And you want it to have food and nutrients, which would be part of its like root chakra and solar plexus area. So like every living thing actually has a chakra system, and you want to find a way to connect with that so that you can balance yourself on your day-to-day life. So let's break it down into what each chakra does. I know I've talked about it a little bit, but I want to take it on a deeper level. So let's see here. Let's get to the root chakra. The root chakra is often where most practices start. And the root chakra is also known as the Muladhara. I'm not the best at pronouncing the Sanskrit words, so let's give me a break on those. But it's represented by the color red, and its element is earth. So each chakra does typically have an element or a connection that way as well. It influences our passion, our creativity, our usefulness, our vitality, and most importantly, our basic survival instincts. The root chakra is connected with the sense of smell within the body, and it's attached to the gland known as the gonads, or sometimes visualized as the tailbone or lower spine. I personally also visualize it as my legs because they are my root to the earth. The chakra focuses on being grounded, focus, connection, fear, and survival. When I think of the root chakra, I also think of meditation and coming into my own space so that I can think clearer. I also think of the root chakra when, again, my legs are aching or my tailbone is aching. I ask myself how I can build a better foundation in whatever it is I'm taking on. You can again use crystals for the root chakra. In my 8-week course, we're going to discuss different crystals, essential oils, yoga movements, sounds, and a specific meditation and more for each chakra. So I'm not going to get into that as in depth today. If you would like to take that to a deeper level with each of the chakras, definitely contact me about the 8-week course. Moving on to the sacral chakra. It's also known as the Swadhisthana. It's represented by the color orange. Its element is water, and it influences our ability to be happy and joyful. It also is our access to being compassionate and creative, more passionate in general. It influences our desires, our sexuality, our reproductive functions. And within the human body, the sacral chakra is also connected with our sense of taste. It impacts several organs and glands, including the bladder and the lymphatic system, the pelvis, the large intestines, and the female reproductive organs. The chakra focuses again on sexuality, confidence, creativity, pleasure, and guilt. So the sacral chakra, I personally connect a lot, again, to my female cycle and my confidence on a personal level. I know when I'm feeling down or I'm just not feeling very perky or shiny, as I like to say, that I need to typically focus on my sacral chakra. And for me, it's usually a creative release or some sort of passion release. Like I want to feel worthy and confident in my own energy. So a lot of females struggle with their sacral chakra that I've worked with. I know a lot of males do too. It's really a chakra that gives a lot of people problems. So it's the best one to really focus on balancing because so many of us are uncomfortable with our bodies or our confidence and our just ability to share passion on a different way. So if those are things that are bothering you or you feel unfulfilled in, you want to check into balancing your sacral chakra more. Moving on to your solar plexus, also known as the Manipura chakra, it's represented by the color yellow. Its element is fire, and the solar plexus chakra represents our personal abilities and powers. It influences both our confidence and our connection with others. The solar plexus chakra is connected with our sense of sight and the adrenal glands. This chakra focuses on family connections, willpower, and shame. So the solar plexus I also really connect to sibling situations or even children situations. A lot of times I personally say that's why people will say, oh, I have a gut feeling, especially when it's connected to family, because we do get those gut feelings right in our solar plexus chakra. Something that I experienced personally in my solar plexus chakra working with my family and people that I'm really close with, I do get these gut feelings. And I can feel my energy wheel that is known as the solar plexus just kind of crunching in my stomach. It's like it's grinding against the other gears. And I think that that's because it's the gear inside of me that is attached to my heart chakra and again, my sacral chakra. So I can feel it so intensely. For example, when my brother is sick, I can feel it because him and I are very connected energetically and I can feel it in my gut. Same with my grandmother and my aunt. I've also had it happen with friends who I'm not necessarily biologically connected to, but energetically connected to on a different level. So you get those gut feelings about a certain person or situation, and that's checking in with your solar plexus as well as your third eye. But when it's in your gut, it's usually more of that solar plexus energy. And you can connect with that energy again through the different oils. And there's some different yoga movements where you open up your solar plexus energy. A quick tip is if you're meditating on the solar plexus energy, you want to have your stomach like open in a way where the energy can flow into it. So sometimes they say sitting isn't always the best option. You want to just be open for that chakra to receive. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the heart chakra. Let's see here, switching over. All right, so the heart chakra is also known as the Anahata. It's represented by the color green, and its element is air. It connects our upper and lower chakras and helps us manifest from the spiritual to the physical. The heart chakra impacts our sense of touch and is connected to several glands, including the lymphs and the thymus glands. The chakra focuses on relationships, emotions, love, and grief. So I also say that the heart chakra is the most important chakra because, again, you're balancing your upper three chakras and your lower three chakras through this very intimate portal to your personal energy body, your machine body, whatever you want to call it. The heart chakra is such an important space to keep balanced. And that's why It's important to follow your heart and to not block it. You don't want to block your emotions or your heart chakra, because then you will feel either ungrounded or you'll feel too spacey or too like connected to anything but reality, which we've seen in some people as well. My crystal bowl that I use for sound healing is actually a heart chakra tone, because I use it to help balance both the upper and lower chakras. I like to think if we can keep our heart chakra in check, then the rest of our body will sort of follow suit to the best of its ability. And that's also why the heart is the literal most important organ of your entire body. So let's move on to the throat chakra. The throat chakra, also known as the truth chakra or the Vijahata chakra. It's represented by the color blue, actually. So let's just fix that while I'm here. It's represented by the color blue, not green. And the element is ether or space. It connects to our true inner voice and our ability to communicate with others. It is associated with our abilities to listen and empathize and communicate with others. The throat chakra is connected to several organs and glands, including the throat, jaws, neck, thyroid, teeth, ears, and esophagus. This throat chakra also focuses again on communication and growth, responsiveness, truth, and lies. So you want to keep your throat chakra open so that you can share your voice with others. You don't want to feel blocked. I know when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to really speak a lot in certain situations. And my dad always wondered why I would continuously get strep throat. I also I didn't speak as much. Now I have a very active throat chakra. When I was really young, I did not. And to the point that I had strep throat so many times they almost removed my tonsils. And it was because I had blocked my throat chakra on such a level that it was causing me physical pain. So when you block a chakra on such a level, that's when physical ailments start to appear, such as strep throat, or if you have like a blocked heart chakra, you'll start to have heart problems. If you have a blocked sacral chakra, you may have some sort of problems in your reproductive system, or so on and so forth. So you don't want to block your throat chakra. You want to keep open communication and learn how to just thrive with others. Moving to your third eye chakra, it's also known as the light chakra or the Ajna, represented by the color indigo. Its element is the mind. It's associated with our sense of thought, our ability to rationalize and use logic, and conduct an analysis to reach reasonable conclusions. This is through using our intuition or our personal sense of knowing. Connected with various glands, particularly the pituitary gland and pineal gland, our sense of thought is associated with the elements of telepathic communication and electricity through the third eye. Again, it really focuses on the intuition and your spiritual connection. I say that you can get visions through your third eye chakra. You can receive it through dreams. Dreams and visions are also very connected to the crown chakra, which is the last chakra we have to go through. And I think the crown and the third eye chakra are probably the two most intertwined. Like they are gears basically almost on top of each other, though the crown is typically represented right above your head where your crown would be. While we're talking about it, it's the spirit chakra, the Sahasrara, represented by the color pink, clear, or violet. Its element is really beyond time and space, so it doesn't really have an element other than it connects you through your timeline. It's associated with several different organs and glands within the body, including the brain, your hands, your nervous system, and your pituitary gland. When balanced, can enhance powerful abilities and potentials, including the ability to transcend all barriers created by the laws of nature. To possess an increased awareness of death and immortality, or a heightened spiritual awareness, is often connected to the crown chakra. It also focuses on your karma, your life purpose, your destiny, your cosmic energy, or even just your earthly attachment. Some people call this your avatar chakra. It's kind of that chakra that you can connect with it and you can balance it, but you can't master it unless you were basically ready to ascend to the next level of existence. Super powerful chakra. You can definitely access it and some ways and meditate on it and strengthen it. It's a very powerful portal. Again, it's connected with the third eye chakra in ways that you can receive visions. I connect them to dreams. When people come to me asking questions about dreams, I typically focus on working with the third eye and their crown chakra. So that's a lot of information already just on each chakra. If you have any questions, again, throw them into the chat. I'm hoping to be around to answer them. If you're in the comments, wherever you're listening, I would love to hear from you. And these are a lot of different things that I'm, again, going to be covering in my 8-week course. We're going to dive in deeper and really just get into the nitty-gritty of what each chakra does, how it connects, how you can work with it, how you can balance it and strengthen it, and be more aware of what is happening in your day-to-day life, and to take that into effect to balance your chakra system. Again, the chakras can be affected and balanced with a lot of different things. Typically, I like to say some way within each of the 5 main senses. That being said, let's see, I got a little visual here. In the course, we'll discuss oils that can be used. There's different crystals that can be used. There's pressure points in the body. You can see there the foot diagram is parts of different reflexology that can affect different parts of your chakra system. There's the mudras there on the right with your hands. In my chakra CD with Silaman, I talk about some of the mudras that you can use. He talks about some of them as well, to balance the different chakras. We'll do a mudra segment in the 8-week course that discusses each of the hand movements. Other ways you can work with your chakras are different foods, visualizations, color bathing, using the sun. Again, remember that the sun is our most important energy source, and through light, all of the 7 color energies flow from the sun's rays to the earth to balance the energy bodies of people, animals, plants, minerals, water, all of it. If you're not able to enjoy the sun for a few hours daily, add a quality full spectrum light bulb and a light source in your area to really help you. So that's why different light bulbs even affect you. Sometimes some people personally are super sensitive to certain types of light. Let's see here. I do have a slightly bigger version. I'm not going to discuss this today on a deeper level, but this shows again the different pressure points on your feet. There's actually a pressure point all over your feet that can affect each part of your body. And then here's the mudra. Oh, here's the mudras, and a quick view here, starting at the crown and then going to the root chakra. Those hand movements are called mudras. It's often used during yoga practices or meditation. I'm not sure if I mentioned it too, but the symbols that you've been seeing through this workshop are the standard symbols that are typically used to represent each chakra system as well in Sanskrit. So they also have their own symbol along with their color. So I'm just giving you a second to review that. Again, using toning and sounds are a great way to balance your chakra system. That's why CeeLo and I have put together a chakra CD, and he and I have totally created the sound experience for that, the music for that, as well as a guided meditation. So each meditation is also an educational meditation, as well as the meditation portion of it has the sound bath. We use singing bowls and live instruments that affect the different chakras in different ways. And you can use different forms of water and clothing and decor, and I talk about that all in the 8-week course. So again, the 8-week course that I'm hosting on the chakra system is going to begin in April. I'm super excited about it. The 8-week course again is going to give me a chance. It's basically an hour. I'm going to host it, I believe, on Mondays at around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's an hour on a live Zoom call. If you can't tune in live, it will be recorded for you to check in with later, and you can ask me any questions. Basically, I'm creating a container for us to learn to balance and activate our chakra systems together. I'm going to have 12 spots open. I may not fill it, and if it does, then I'll be willing to work with people one-on-one, or I'll be hosting this class again throughout the year and hopefully on. So if you miss again the April 2019 version, you'll be able to check in with me and still join in to learn all of this fun chakra information, because it's so important to your day-to-day life and like knowing how you can help yourself and activate yourself and balance your body in a different way. And I'm again going to be talking about auras and being able to work with them and see them in yourself and other people. So that's an exciting addition. And as well, in the course, the 8-week course, you will get to receive meditation, and you'll get a digital download of the chakra CD that CeeLo and I have put together. So that's kind of an extra bonus that you'll receive by signing up for the full chakra course. So that being said, since we're getting to the end of this workshop, why don't we actually all just get comfortable for a moment, and I would like to give you guys a sneak peek of our Chakras CD series. And by doing so, we're going to all take part in a full chakra balance meditation. So this is actually the 8th track on our CD that we just released on 2/22. And I would love to share it with you all. So let's get comfortable, and here we go. Welcome to the full chakra meditation. You may sit or lie down in a comfortable meditation position. In this meditation, we will be focusing on opening and balancing the 7 major chakras. The chakras are wheels of light that control your physical, energetic, and spiritual bodies. Each of these chakras needs to flow properly. And if nothing were around you or ever happened, our chakras would flow freely. However, life is messy, so we have to learn how to properly balance these areas of our life effectively. We will be using specific colors to represent each chakra. If you see a different color or no color at all, that is okay. Now, as you relax, take a few nice, deep breaths. We will begin with our root chakra, also known as the earth chakra, and it deals with survival and releasing fear. By surrendering our fears, we allow ourselves to grow. Begin to visualize a bright red light immersing your lower body and charging and cleansing from the tips of your feet up to your lower spine. As we feel our root chakra activating and opening, we now move up to our sacral chakra. This chakra is known as the water chakra and deals with pleasure and is blocked by guilt. What do you blame yourself for? What are your guilty pleasures? Now accept the reality that these things are a part of you. They do not hurt you or define you, but they do make you unique. To be a positive influence on others, you must share your uniqueness and forgive yourself for any insecurities. Now Visualize the bright red light from your root feeding all the way up through your lower spine and into your stomach area right below your belly button as it becomes a bright orange light of confidence. As you feel your sacral chakra begin to activate, balance it and begin to move up to your solar plexus. Reaching our solar plexus, you may begin to feel your inner fire as this chakra is connected to willpower and is blocked by shame. What are your greatest disappointments in yourself? You will never find balance if you deny yourself the ability to feel through and accept these areas of your life. You may wish to visualize a powerful yellow energy burning away any shame in the solar plexus area between your belly button and your chest. Now we move up to your heart chakra. Centered in your chest, we find the heart chakra, which is connected to air, fueled by love and blocked by grief. Allow yourself to feel both love and loss, so that all forms of energy swirl around, creating the spectrum of life. Remember that these feelings remain a part of you and help make you who you are. Those we love may come and go, and you can always create and call in new forms of love. Really feel what love feels like in your heart space. Visualize a bright green healing light cleansing your heart of any pain and turning grief into love, acceptance, and understanding. Taking this healing light, we begin to move up through our body to focus on our throat chakra, also known as the sound chakra. The throat chakra deals with truth, communication, and self-expression. You cannot lie about who you truly are and how you feel. It is best to share your truth and allow yourself to be heard. Then you can also be open to receive and hear others. To balance this chakra, visualize a blue healing light in your throat area, charging and balancing it so that you can share your voice. Accepting the power of our voice, we now move to our third eye chakra, also known as the light chakra, located in the center of the forehead. The third eye chakra deals with our insight, our dreams, and our visions. It is blocked by illusion. Remember now that things you think are separate are actually one and the same. Visualize an indigo light streaming through your body and into your third eye. Accept the guidance your higher self may be trying to give you. As we accept our messages, we begin to move up through to our crown chakra. Feel your crown chakra open above your head and expand around your entire light body. Feel this chakra and embrace what attaches you to this world. Opening this chakra gives you control over your thoughts and actions. The crown chakra deals with your cosmic energy. The crown chakra also deals with our attachment to reality. Releasing any attachments and allowing them to flow into the Great Spirit will allow them to be healed as you embrace only pure white light into your being here in the now. Take a deep breath as you feel the pure divine white light surrounding your whole body, bringing your entire energy body into a connected and harmonious state of being. You are a powerful being, and you deserve to live your best life. You will continue to feel energized following this meditation, and you will find yourself accepting more miracles as you have succeeded in raising your vibration to a higher level. You will be able to develop a higher understanding of life as you continue to work with the meditations throughout this series. Please continue to use these practices to enhance the quality of your daily life. Whenever you are ready, wiggle your toes and fingers. Take one last deep inhale and a deep exhale. Feeling your body now balanced and at ease. Ready to manifest your destiny and accept messages from your higher self to guide you to your next chapter. You may gently open your eyes, and best wishes on your spiritual journey. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm really looking forward to sharing that on a bigger scale. If you'd like to get copies, again, you can get copies of the full CD at shantasticshine.com or at silamon.com. It is our first full-length CD together. Super excited. We actually put it together for the 8-week chakra series so I could share the chakra meditation music that we created ourselves each week with the workshop. So if you have any questions about my 8-week master course, feel free to reach out to me and to just check in. I want to make sure that people understand what it is I'm offering in that course. Some things that you'll learn, again, are the 7 chakras in depth, a different chakra each week, how they affect you, how to balance them more. You'll learn the essential oil and the crystals for balancing. I'll also be offering some different options on my website for chakra crystals and essential oils. So if you want to get the additional pieces to work with that balancing, I'll also have those available. I'm looking forward to offering it. We'll discuss mindful movements, and again, you'll get a free download of the co-created series of chakra meditations with me and Silamon. So that covers a lot of what the chakra system's basic uses are. And you can sign up again for that class on my website at shantasticshine.com. So an overview is the chakras are part of our energetic life force, and it's important for each of us to remember that we're not only our physical forms. We are an energy and spiritual being living a physical life. And chakras are a part of this pulsing electromagnetic energy field that is usually described as an aura or a luminous light body. If you want to dive in deeper, get a hold of me at shantasticshine.com. Comment in the section below. And I really hope you enjoyed this workshop. And I hope that you stay tuned for the rest of the workshops and the upcoming amazing musical performances that are a part of Shine Online 2019. If you're not watching this live, I'm sorry you missed it, but you'll want to check out to the replays on Bring Me to Life Network. Thank you, Bring Me to Life Network, for being able to put this together. Thank you to our sponsors who have made this possible as well. And again, if you want to donate, you can make donations to Bring Me to Life's project at projectbringmetolife@gmail.com via PayPal, or visit us at bringmetolife.com and find our various offerings from radio to podcasts, workshops, whatever it is you're looking for in the awakening scene. I'm sure we have a way to offer it, or we can link you up. So thanks for tuning in and enjoy your Shine Online 2019 experience. Bye.
Said this little